1 second. All right, we live now, y'all. Hey, everybody.
Hey, what's up? What up, though?
Hey.
Mizz.Lee Lee.
We gonna let some people come in. What? We gonna let some people come in. We gonna bring them in. If y'all want to, y'all can go on y'all social media and share the live because it's gonna appear. Y'all can share the live so that y'all people can see it while we wait for people to chime in. Hey. Yeah, there we go. Tag y'all real quick. Can we talk?
Yes, we can. How your day been going, sis?
Hey.
Kick it.
Let's kick it. Let's go. Now, my niece here, and she being disrespectful by barking right now. Okay, so y'all excuse her with her disrespectful self.
She want to get on too.
The queen is in the building. Okay, Queenie, can you please
Miss
be quiet?
Queenie.
Yeah.
Our dog's listening to him bark.
Got a point there.
She wanted to make noise right now. She disrespectful.
Like I'm in the building.
Hey.
She waited as soon as you went live.
Exactly. She waited on the right time to say, "Hey, I'm about to bark."
She like, I'm up in here too. Represent.
I'm saying, like, and she ain't stopped. Ain't that the craziest thing? And she just won't stop. Queenie,
She want to tell her story too. She been locked up too.
Locked up. Won't let her out.
You want to tell her story too?
We gonna get Queenie's story.
Yeah.
She got a story, but if she don't be quiet, she gonna get put out. Now I don't know where her mother is. All right. Talk to me nicely. Hopefully we got people chiming in. Everybody was able to share to their platform or whatever. Welcome to Talk to Me Nicely, and I am your host, Mizz.Lee Lee. Please make sure that you talk to me nicely. Hold on, somebody's knocking at my door. Ain't that some stuff?
All right. That's why the dog barking.
Yeah.
Hey, what if I was like them people, you know how they work from home and then they don't have on nothing but they boxers and a work shirt? So what if it was that moment? She was just gonna be standing outside because y'all wasn't about to see my drawers all over Facebook. Okay. I would have been turning this camera off. Okay. What?
It's funny you saying that.
Oh, what? You ain't got no pants on?
You did. You know, I had to put them on. I put them on. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't gonna get super ghetto, but you know what I mean. I threw them on, you know what I'm saying? Just for the fuck of it.
Okay, good, because we want you dressed over there. We do not want to see all that. Okay, we don't want to.
Yeah, I decided to come on outside, so.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and dive in real quick. We do have a couple people that's not here yet, but if we see them come on, I'm gonna and bring them in. But in this moment in time, if I could get everybody to join me for a moment of silence. So many people have passed over the past couple weeks, and it's some that I know personally. I just sent my heart out to my cousin Shantae, and then rest in peace to Risa also. My sister Tosh just lost her mother-in-law. So it's so many people that's losing people right now. We could just have a moment of silence for them before we get started. I already said that. So y'all can go ahead and start with me. I'm gonna go ahead and start this moment of silence. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's all we needed, just that moment. So we're gonna go ahead and dive into this. We are here, okay? I have a wonderful panel here with me today to speak about the criminal justice system. Like, how much do you really know about the criminal justice system? Like, you know, it started a long time ago and it was set up to be something brutal. You know, it was not nice back in the day. Of course, it has changed with them creating rehabilitation centers, probation officers, and stuff like that. But it was different back in the day. Hold on, we got somebody coming in. Let's add them in.
What up,
What up, though?
What
up, though?
What up?
All right, what's up, D?
Hey, we got Ed in the building. What's
Nothing
happening?
much,
What's
man.
happening? All
Yeah,
right. So we welcome Ed to
bro.
the building.
Hey, what up, everybody?
What up,
We
though?
was
What's up,
just
baby?
giving a breakdown of what we was gonna be talking about today, about the criminal justice system and you know what it's about. And right now, for those who don't know, I am in school for criminal justice and human services for my bachelor's. So this is something very dear to me. And I know so many people that's been in the system throughout the course of their life, and I just see what it can do to you on the positive and on the negative. So I brought these great people on to assist me because they've experienced it hands on themselves, and they're gonna tell us a little bit about their life. Okay, so we're gonna kick this thing off, and I'm gonna have them introduce themselves, and I'm gonna start with my big brother. Yeah, this is my big brother, and he gonna
What's
tell
up,
y'all a
y'all?
little bit. Let me add somebody back. Here we go. We're gonna start with this introduction, and gonna start with my brother. What's your name?
Hey, y'all, what's up? I'm Kilo. You know what I'm saying? I'm 51 years old. Um, I've been in youth homes, county jail, prison for like pretty much half my life. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this since the age of 10, in and out. You know what I mean? I'm not proud of it, but this is my life that you know what I'm saying, was given. So, you know, it's been a struggle, but at the same time, it's been a blessing because I learned a lot through all these years how to deal with, you know what I'm saying, emotional stress, different people, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's been an ongoing thing for me, you know what I mean? In and out.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Kilo. I
Yep.
appreciate it. We're gonna move over to Alvin. Where you at, Alvin? You able to
Can you hear
talk,
me?
Alvin? Yeah, I can
Can you
hear
hear me?
you.
I'm right here.
Hey,
I'm in this
Alvin,
thing, y'all.
Alvin, cutting hair, y'all. Somebody that
Listen,
came through for homecoming, they needed their haircut.
listen,
He
y'all.
was a dedicated man to this
The little
podcast
homies.
and looking out for the little homie. That's what's
Yeah,
up.
they were supposed to be here
That's
at 4.
great.
They were supposed to be here at 4:30, y'all. They pulled up at 7.
Hey, you still doing it though. You still
Yeah.
looking
That's
I'm gonna
right.
out.
get them
So
together.
that's a
It's
blessing.
homecoming. Yeah, it's
That's
homecoming. I'm
right.
gonna get
That's
them together.
right. All right. Well, Alvin, if you could give us a little brief on you, you know, your name, your age, and what system you experienced and about how many years.
Well, my name is Alvin Hill. They call me Jackpot. I'm I done did about 16, 17 years altogether. I'm 40. I started off at Star Commonwealth when I was about 11. Then I went to their foster care system. Then I went to I've been to Children's Village, Wolverine,
Message.
Boysville, all of it. Then I went to the state prison at 18, and then I've been home from the feds for about 4 years now. I left about 4.5.
Oh wow. All right. All right.
Now,
Next we
in
got
good news, I got a master's degree. I do business consulting, man, I work
okay.
with a lot of the nonprofits, y'all. I help the little homies, and I'm gonna go back and get this PhD. I've been going back and forth down there the last couple weeks, so I'm trying to get in
All
a
right.
PhD program too.
Hey, I love
Congratulations.
to hear that. That's what I'm
Congratulations.
talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Butter, if we can get you to chime in, Camille, the chef Butter over there.
All right. I'm Camille Lewis, or Chef Butter, as I'm known by out here in these culinary streets. I'm 41. I'll be 42 in November. I started getting locked up when I was about 14 from what? This 2 years, maybe about 10 years ago. So maybe to when I was like 30 something. And I ain't never go to prison, but I went to juvenile. I was in group homes, and I went to the county in a lot of different counties. So, but eventually, I got out. I got out of going, and I finally, the last time I went, I had violated my probation, and they said once I get out, I was gonna be clean. So here we are.
Here we are,
Yep.
and you done got out, and now we clean. That's what's up. All right,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna move on. Donnell with Edward.
Yeah,
Give us your
Ed,
little
Edward,
briefing there,
Donnell,
Ed.
whatever you want to call me.
Donnell,
I don't
whatever. You got it. What's happening? Give us your
What,
little briefing
what up?
there.
What up, though? 56 years old, been in and out of prison. I got 2 Fed cases and 2 state cases. Did almost 19 years. I'm done with that shit. Start my own little business now, LLC. I remodel homes. I done built so many houses. I built 5 houses from ground up, a restaurant from ground up. I'm just trying to stay busy, stay out the way. That's it.
Sound good to me. Hey, look, we got to keep getting better and better. So we're gonna move to Tigo. Where you at, Kane?
I'm right here. What's going on, Mama?
All right. Hey,
How
can you
everybody
give me
doing?
that little briefing?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Montego Braxton. They call me Kane. I've been in trouble since I was 18 years old, all the way up to 34. But since 34 on up, I'm 51 years old now. I've been out of trouble. I done had my own business too, Braxton Security. So I'm down here with my other brother, Kilo. You know what I'm saying? That is my brother. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Trying to change the scenery up. I'm down here doing cooking for the old people and shit. So, I'm getting it in, man. I'm staying out of trouble. Things was bad, but they getting better.
So you telling me an
That's
old
what's
man can
up.
get a plate?
Yes, sir.
Right. That's what's up. All
Get
right,
him on that grill.
Dion, where you at?
Somebody was messing up my video, man.
Oh no, we can't have that. Wait a minute now.
They keep calling. What's going on, y'all?
Tell them to stop now.
Yeah. Well,
All right, you can give us your briefing real quick, Dion.
I ain't really got no story, man. I'm 38. Never been to juvenile. Clean record up until 17, 18. I just came down about 18 and a half, about 13 months ago. Singer, songwriter, actor, entrepreneur, own going up entertainment, own chasing hustle gold clothing, chasing hustle gold girl clothing, and to all type of other stuff. But yeah. So I did 18 and a half years. Went in there, my little paralegal tip. Wind up getting on parole right now, walking it down. Got like 10 months left. Ain't nothing I can't do, man. Let's get it. That's what I got for y'all.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Hey, sound good. You know what? I'm let me add Chef Kai back real quick. Hold on, so she can chime in. Hold on, y'all. Hey, Chef Kai.
Hey, I'm learning this thing.
That's all right, but you on here. So everybody was
good.
going around introducing themselves and basically just giving their age and what part of the system they experience and about how many years of their life they experienced in the system. So everybody to introduce themselves. Can you do the same?
Yep. Okay, so I'm Chef Kai. Everybody know me as Chef Kai. I've been self-employed for 8 years.
You know it.
And the reason why I've been self-employed because I had a felony. My felony stemmed from domestic violence. I don't blame them putting their hands on me. I fought back. 52 police reports on the guy, PPOs, and the system still failed me. Of course, Michigan, they just want somebody in the system. They're gonna want you. So I basically was a product of my environment. Basically, didn't get the help that I should have, the justice that I should have, and I basically had to take a felony because at the time my kids were in foster care, and it was the things that I just had to do to go ahead and just say skip it and get out. So they definitely got some time out of me. I did a year, then I got time served, and I was on probation for about 3 years. I'm 38 years old, and every time I tried to knock on the door when I came home for a job, nobody wanted to give me a job, so I created a job, and that's
That's
basically
right.
me.
All right. I love to hear it. I'm telling you, y'all have said some amazing things. And, you really can't judge a book by its cover because you never know what a person has been through, what they have done, what they have overcome, what they're still struggling with. A lot of people may not even understand you all personally because they don't care to see what your backstory is to understand who you are today. Okay, so I thank y'all for joining me today, and we're gonna go ahead and start with a couple of questions here, just to get y'all input. I just want to know. So we're gonna start with this first question. It's gonna go to Butter. So Camille, I have a question for you. So you said that you were how old when you first got locked up? Around 14, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what led to that moment? What was it that was going on in your life that led to you to be in trouble and start doing things that will put you in that position?
Want to fit in, want to hang with the popular, the bad kids, because stuff I was doing, I ain't have to do. My grandparents started, so I just
Mm-hmm.
really wanted to be out there doing stuff. I wanted to hang with the bad kids. And my first time going to jail was for being in a stolen car. I ain't even steal it. I didn't even know how to steal cars. I just wanted to drive.
You just wanted to drive.
Yeah.
But so back then you didn't even understand. Yeah, it's a stolen car. I want to drive, but I can really get in trouble for this. Did you know that you could get
Right.
in trouble? Did
I
you
just
did you
didn't.
have it?
I ain't think they was gonna take me to jail. I was thinking, at that age, they gonna call my grandma. Not that time.
They
Yeah.
took you in. All right. Well, Tigo, I want to ask you that same question. You said you were like 18. What led you to start, getting in trouble? What led you to the moments?
Well, first of all, I was raised by my grandma and one of my aunties that was only like 3 years older than me. So she is more like a sister than anything than an auntie. And I guess she was going through her things as far as being a teenager and stuff, wasn't paying me no mind. So when my grandma go to work, I'm out in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no mills around me or nothing. So the streets, the older guys, dope dealers, all that type of stuff, it was my big brothers. So that's what got me in the streets off the gate. So every time my
Mm,
grandma go to work and she don't come home till like 6 in the morning when it get light outside, I've been out all night, every night. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? I'm delivering and shit. I'm carrying guns and all type of shit, walking around in the project doing dumb shit that but getting paid for it. You know what I'm saying? Selling
Yeah,
dope
that's
girls,
what I
shit
know.
like that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that got me caught up at 10 years old. I got caught up bringing some guns back to the house. You know what I'm saying?
oh
Uh,
wow. Okay.
had a little toy
Okay.
chest.
So basically you didn't have the supervision that was needed and you was
I
in
ain't
the
had none of
street.
that.
And
Yeah, I ain't,
that's something. Here's the thing, that's something that goes on a lot because of the homes that we have now. A lot of homes are broken and people are working extra hard just to make ends meet, and they don't have time for their children like they would want to, which caused the kids to be alone or the streets to raise them. We're
let,
gonna
let
move
me put let me put
over.
let me put something else in there real quick. My attitude and how I really came up is when my mother got killed in front of me, and I was about to get killed too. But the neighbor saved me though. So my whole little
Wow.
attitude growing up was just, you know what I'm saying, totally different.
So you probably experienced a lot of anger because you didn't have no understanding. Your mama wasn't even there. So
Right.
I'm sorry to hear that. So we are definitely gonna ask another person. Ed, I'm gonna ask you that same question. What led to the moment of you being, starting to get into trouble? Wait a minute, I think you muted. Okay, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, my father died when I was 16, and my mother's taking care of us by herself. It was hard, so I decided to hustle to make some money. I was just making like $2 on the top, $2 on a pack, but it led
Yeah,
up to big things. So I started kept hustling, but coming up it was a struggle. It's hard, In the era I came up, a lot of people couldn't live, couldn't afford shit. So we pushed it out, and I got caught up. I got caught up in life.
yeah. Yeah, and it can be easy to do,
Yeah.
especially if you see in the struggle of your parents around you.
Right. Right.
Um, okay, so the next question is for you, Kilo. So, like, what was the hardest part about growing up behind bars, like that people may not understand that even put you in that place anyway? What was the hardest part about being away for so long? Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, we can hear you now.
Okay, the hardest part about that was me not being around my family and growing up with y'all, what I'm saying, knowing my family the way that everybody else know a regular family know their family, you know what I'm saying? Being absent, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Having that part took what out my life, you know what I mean? It affected me to this day, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm still trying to figure out who I am and who my family is.
Right.
You know what
Right.
I mean? Like, I've been gone,
Right,
you
right.
know what I'm saying? So that was the hardest
So
part.
that was the hardest part. What about you, just
Yeah.
Dion? What was the hardest part about growing up behind bars?
I mean, to be honest with you, man, it's quite a few
For the
things,
time that you
right?
spent. Mm-hmm.
It's quite a few things, man. Being rebellious at time against the system, see how everybody
Mm-hmm.
getting messed over, coming in, have to fight my appeal. For those who don't know, I was an innocent man that was locked up, for 17 and a half or 30. Fighting the appeal process that's against you. Like your brother said, I'm family oriented. I still got my mother, my father, step pops, 7 brothers, 1 sister, cousins, everybody, except for my grandmother and grandfather. So I just became a product of my environment. And but being behind is just missing my family, man. Trying to stay consistent every day, stay focused to get a parole or get back on appeal, things of that nature, man. So it's quite a few things. It ain't just one. Honestly, it's so unpredictable and as we all know. So that's shit. It's
Yeah,
many. It's so many.
yeah. Well, what about you, Chef Kai? What was the hardest part? I know you said that you were away from your children and everything. Was that like one of the hardest parts of?
Definitely. Especially because like when you try to report abuser, you put so many police reports on. I didn't know I even had that many police reports till the prosecutors talked to me. 52 is a lot. Um, so yeah, when you find out that you in here because of something somebody else did and you tried to do the right thing and you fall back, that was hard. But I think harder for me was my kids. Everybody know me, everybody know my kids. I love my boys. So it was hard. We never had to be apart. We never had to be away. It was those belly aches at night, holding your wound, reaching out for them. That's hard, and it's hard to hear people say it's gonna be okay, you're gonna get them back. It was like in my mind, it should never even happen. You feel me? So,
Mm-hmm.
to try to hear that and try to keep the faith was hard, you know. From the feds coming to me to try to give me extra charges because I was holding prayer circles in the jail. I was actually getting people off their charges. I studied law in there, and people was just dropping out like flies. So, getting attacked in jail, it was a lot by the jail chief. You know what I'm saying? I almost got tased up in there and killed in there in the jail. So I think that was the only thing that really saved me, for them to really kind of like give me a lesser charge, which it still was a felony. It didn't work out, but I guess in their mind it was like a lesson. So it was
What's
hard
so
being away from my
crazy?
kids.
What's so crazy is listening to you say, the things that you experience as far as being tased and stuff by you helping people. Now, with me being in school and dealing with professors who have been, officers and all of that for over 30, 40 years, and hearing them say how they know for sure that officers do things against prisoners on purpose, like
They
to
do.
keep them back, or and my whole thing is, okay, so we know this, what is it that we can do in this system to change it? Okay, that's the part of my purpose, because it's all screwed up. But yeah, that's a messed up thing. Now I did want to talk to Ed and Alvin. You all been, you've been to federal to the federal, and you've been in regular prison. What would you say the difference was? If I can get maybe, okay, Alvin, if are you able to chime in
Yeah,
on
yeah,
that?
I'm
What
here.
was
I'm
the
listening.
difference? Okay, what was the difference from being in just prison and then the federal?
So, in the state prison, it was a little more controlled, like a little more, like you got cars and it the inmates kind of run the prison, right?
Okay.
That was the bigger thing in the feds. The inmates kind of run the prison, and everybody kind of control their own thing. Like as far as the weight pit, all that stuff in the state joint, they gonna give you weight pit times, and they go, you know what I'm saying? It's like a little. They gonna have lists for you to sign up and all this other stuff. But in the feds, the inmates control the whole situation. So that actually took me some getting used to, because I came in the state so young that I came into the state a little aggressive. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
so when I went to the feds, although I was, grown, and I was 30 when I went to the feds, but I'm going in the feds, trying to like, look, nigga, ain't nothing, I'm gonna hold this shit down. So but it wasn't like that.
Okay.
It was like, look, dog, get with your car, y'all figure it out, y'all gonna work it out, you know what I'm saying? And you kind of like gotta pick a side. I'm from Ben Harbor, Michigan, so we grew up with Chicago gangs. So I grew up, all my people GD, we all GDs. I couldn't go in there and say I'm on Detroit time and GD time. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying? Because it's two different times. GDs work out with a certain car, you know what I mean? They call them cars. And then the Detroit guys work out at a certain car. So you got to pick a side. What you rolling with? You got
Wow.
certain guys that's GDs and Muslim or GDs and stuff. But if they go down, you got to pick a side. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So that was
Oh
the
wow.
difference. That you it ain't really like in the state, you get with your homies, y'all cool. Like, nah, and there is more structure. So they got the big homies, and some go down, they might call it, whoever got the car, they call it. They might call certain people. And then before I looked up, I was the one they was calling. I didn't even want to be in none of that shit. And I just end
Oh
up having to
wow.
be in the shit. Yeah. So it just ended up
Oh
being like
wow.
that. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, well, we can get you, Ed, to chime in on that as well. Like, what's the difference in what you experience in the different systems here?
Or the difference between state prison and fed prison, when I got locked up, and I was 27 years old in 96, it was that when I got to prison, it was females there at the prison too. They walk in the yard, doing everything with the guys, going to eat with the guys. It was co-ed, so I didn't know. I was tripping. I'm like, damn, everybody pregnant, females pregnant and shit. I was like,
Wow.
is this prison?
Wait
you
a
know,
minute. I never
Which was
knew
it?
that it was like
yeah. Look,
that. Oh, wow.
Lexington, Kentucky, where I was locked up at, and
Mm.
it was co-ed, and females were there. They was on the yard with us. They worked with us. They go to the movies with us. They're doing everything until they moved them next
Y'all was
door.
going to the movies?
Yeah, yeah, they had movie theater in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
but they
Okay.
had they
It's different
the
in the
federal
fed pen. Wait
right.
a
Yeah,
minute
buddy.
now.
Yeah, the
Okay,
Fed.
go ahead. Okay, go
Yeah,
ahead.
buddy.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, the feds offer more programs, better programs. To help you get out to do something with yourself. The state, they ain't too lingy to help you. If you get out, you get out. You do right, you do right. You know, but the feds try to help you, but you got to help yourself. So that's what I did. I took time to learn me, figure myself out, and try to do better.
That's what's
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
up.
That's what's up. And as you should.
yeah.
I love it. I love it. Um, so Dion, I have a question for you. So what was the moment when you decided that it was just time to change your life? Like, you know, I gotta do something different.
Come on, in prison.
Mm-hmm. Did you have a moment
I'm,
that maybe just clicked in, like, you know what, when I'm done, I
I,
gotta
I,
definitely change my life.
I've seen a lot of them. I don't know how many of y'all here been to Berg and Max,
Yeah.
URF, any of them prisons
Mm-hmm.
up north, across the Mackinac Bridge.
Earth.
But when I was up at the highest of the highest, we all know about Berg and Mac, what they call Berg and Mississippi for the older to know. When I got to seeing guys getting stumped out and starved to death and hung and shit like that, I'm like, I gotta make it through this bitch 10 toes down. I'm 10 toes down for sure, but I gotta try to figure out how to finesse game my mental. And I really gotta change when I get back in these streets because I know it's about to be a test. You feel me? Hell of a test.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And now coming
Mm-hmm.
in young at 18 and a half, doing 18 and a half straight. So I'm like, man, it's just like, man, I love my family too much. There's too many things I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I haven't even lived in this month. I grew up half my life in prison, whether I did the crime or not. But it was just like I say, seeing other guys and that's real solid, want to see them get out, help them get out, and discovering music and everything else. I mean, I got too much to lose
Yeah.
to come back
Yeah.
here. So I'm like, shit, it's just so many, there's so many points in there. I even went on a couple hunger strikes to get away from certain prisons. I ain't gonna even lie to you. But I'm like, man, fuck this, excuse my language. I'm like, man, forget this, dog. Hey, this shit right here, I'm always gonna be me. I'm gonna be solid stand-up cat, but I really gotta use my mental, dog. I cannot come back here
Mm-hmm.
under no circumstance. The shit I seen, if nigga
Mm-hmm.
ain't been at level 5 when prison was prison, UIF across that bridge, I'm telling you, it's a different type of everything, man. Like, it's a different type of everything, dog, for real. I'm telling you. But it's many things in that motherfucker that made me change my life. Guys getting starved to death, people nigga getting stumped out of handcuffed, going in cardiac arrest, COs getting off, getting
Oh wow.
Then where you go?
Okay. Just Dion,
Dang,
I
go ahead
mean,
with
just
this
Dion,
too.
you went off of there real quick.
I don't
We're
come
gonna wait
back.
for him to come back. But Butterball, Camille, I'm sorry. If I could have you chime in real quick because you made a change in your life, a huge change. What was that? What was the
y'all hear
moment
me?
that you decided that you needed to change? Oh, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
just Dion. I moved forward. We can hear you. Just give
Somebody
me a
called in.
second.
Hold on.
Oh, you good. We'll come back to you. Go ahead, Camille.
Um, well, me getting this job down here downtown. In the midst of that, like probably did go to jail a couple more times after I did get this job, but it was a turning point in my life because I just came down here simply for a job fair. I wasn't no chef. I never wanted to be a chef. I knew how to cook, but it just wasn't what I wanted to be. You know, when I was little, I wanted to be a pediatrician or the president. That was my two jobs I wanted to be, but that ain't work out too good. But so I came down here for the job fair, and I working around these chefs all these years. I've been down here 20 years. I caught the bus down here, caught the Finkel bus one day. I saw in the newspaper that it was a job fair at Cobo Hall. So I came down here. I happened to know somebody here, and she happened to know somebody, and they pulled me on in. Like I said, I came in on the auto show in 2005, and I've been down here ever since. And then when I started learning how to do it, and seeing how much I saw a BEO one day, and I saw how much the stuff was costing, and I was like, what? They paying this much for a fruit platter and for cheese? And I'm like, oh, I'm a chef. Oh, I'm a chef. I went home like, I'm a chef.
I
And so
chose my career.
I got better at it. Then I start taking pictures of my stuff and put it on. I had made me a Facebook, and people start seeing it like, shoot, how much you in charge for this? And so that's how I started. You know what I'm saying? With my little stuff, I didn't have a catering company or nothing yet, you know, till I got with Michelle.
Hey, but you doing it though. Yeah. And it's a blessing that you decided to make that change, because some people don't. Some people mindset is a little different. Especially coming out. If I could move over to Kilo, and we were talking earlier, and you were saying that your mindset wasn't to stay out in the beginning. So if you could just chime in on that, like, because at first you wasn't planning on making a change.
No, I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, every time my pros started coming around, you know what I'm saying, the first thing on my mind was, how I'm going to go get this bag? You know what I'm saying? I got to go get on. Got to hit this block. Got to hit it hard. You know what I'm saying? I got to catch up. You know what I'm saying? Every time, you know what I'm saying? My main goal was to get out here and hustle as much as I could. I didn't think about no changing or going to get no job, going to school. My thing was get back out here and getting at it. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, that's what I know. That's, you know what I'm saying? I've been doing it since I was far back as I can remember. You know what I mean? Because you know what I'm saying, I started off young with my mother. You know what I'm saying? As you know what I'm saying? So we didn't grind together. She the one that taught me the game pretty much. So that was my life. You know what I'm saying? That's what I knew. That's what I was gonna do. You know what I mean? I'd have been locked up with my mom. You know what I mean? So we done went to jail together.
Hey,
so
right.
It was just every day. You know what I'm saying? That was my reality. Every day, get this money. I wasn't thinking about, you know what I'm saying, what I'm gonna do to stay out. That wasn't my goal.
Now that you out now, is your mindset a little different?
Oh,
like,
yeah, it's
are you
totally
at that? I'm
totally
changing
different.
now. I got to do something different now.
Totally different. You know what I'm saying? I've been home for about like a year and a half, close to a year and a half now. You know what I'm saying? I ain't been on the streets or nothing. I'm family orientated. You know what I'm saying? I'm a house body now. I stay out these streets. I avoid them. I mean, it's a struggle every day. Trust me. I struggle every day trying to stay away from these streets. But, you know what I'm saying? It's something that I got set on my mind that I'm not going back to, because I'm not going back to prison. You know what I'm saying? I'm dedicated to being free. So, yeah.
I love to hear it.
By any means necessary. You know what I'm saying? This is the first time. This is my first time with this attitude.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Let me tell y'all, because if you know me, people may have wondered, like, if I said I got a big brother, you may not have seen him much. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, and I'm laughing in this moment, but you may have not seen him much, because I mean, honestly, it was moments where my brother wasn't home for a whole year before he getting locked up again, and he's gone for 4 or 5 years. You know what I'm saying? So when you do get locked up, it affects your family in a major way. And I know that that's something that you all experience as well, of how it affected your family. So what with the ones that have children, like, what did your children say when you were to come back and, you know, maybe go back to jail? What were they going through during those times? Alvin, do you have children?
Who me?
No, I had asked Alvin if he had children.
All right. I'm sitting down now, y'all. I'm locked in. All right, so I got yeah, man. Listen, y'all, I really apologize, y'all. I do business consulting every day, so I try to be in the right place. But they was on my ass today. So
it's all right.
Yeah, but they gone now. So basically, I got 4 kids. I got 3 biological and 1 by default that I love. I've been with his mama since he was 3. This is his first year of high school at King. He's a quarterback. Um,
Okay.
yeah. So I got the youngest one, Cash. He's somewhere running around here. I got this little 7-year-old, right? And she was about 4 months pregnant with him when I went in, something like that, 4 or 5 months pregnant. So
Okay.
he wasn't the one that really changed my attitude. My biologically oldest one, we call him Cinco. He the 5th, I'm the 4th. Cinco always was with me. Even when the feds pulled me over, Cinco was with me.
Oh
Both
wow.
times. So he literally was like my shadow. And when I had to turn myself in Milan, Cinco, he was trying to go in there with me. Even now, we was just joking about this yesterday. And Cinco 10 now, but when Cinco was like 1 and 2, all he know is I go with you. Like he
Yeah.
didn't want to stay with his mama. I was beefing with his mama. I wasn't dealing with her for real. Cinco was with me all the time. So when I was walking in the feds, he was like, "Daddy, I go with you." Like he like basically this the plan. Like you know what I'm saying? I don't know what everybody else
And how
gonna do,
did
but
that
I'm gonna
make
go.
you feel? But how did that make you feel in that moment, Alvin? That you got your baby holding on to you, wanting to go with you while you're in the
Mhm.
moment of being taken away from him for you don't even know how long
Yeah,
in that moment though.
yeah, it really changed my life. Like to be honest, I had already figured that I didn't want to go, back to jail. But sometimes you need something stronger than yourself. Right. So
Mm,
so when he told me that it literally was on my conscience the whole day, and then it was like a holiday. I think I couldn't see them that week. I had to like wait till the next week, whatever it was. Even when he came to see me, he was like, "Daddy, I just stay with you." Like he like,
mm,
that's all he know. He like, I just stay with you. I'm like, you can't stay with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even thinking about it, it kind of like bothered me. But I'm like, damn. So I said this on my podcast. It's a guy that I was locked up with, and he was like an upbeat guy, and he had came and we were working out one morning. He was like real quiet, and I was like, Cal,
mm-hmm,
you all right? And he was like, man. He was like, I'm gonna be all right, Jackpot. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, you don't look all right. This was so outside of his character. And he was just sitting there, like honestly, just sitting there. And I was like, Cal, what's wrong, man? You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, they gave my son life yesterday. So when I looked at both of those situations, and this was Cal like 7th or 8th bit, he was older than me. He had been back and forth on little bitty bits, a 2 here, a 3
mm-hmm,
here, a 2 here, a 3 here. And this was the longest one he had. It was like an 8 piece, and his son got life in prison, and he got to live with that. Whether he blame himself or not, that's something you got to live with. And I literally look at both of those like they both happen for a reason, because I wouldn't want Cinco there. You see what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
He said, I go with you.
right.
I'll never want you to come here. You can go with me some other
Yeah,
places,
exactly.
but I don't
And
ever
you know
want you
what
to
is
come
so
here.
crazy? I know that's right, because you hear a lot of kids, I'm about to bring my personal family in for a moment, because I have a nephew right now that is locked up, and one of the things that he would say all the time is, "I'm my daddy's son," and he was proud of that, and his daddy is my brother Kilo on here, and he was proud of that moment, and it's like we have to understand how these things affect our family, the children, your parents, the ones that's trying to be there to support you and all of that. Like you said, your son telling you, I want to go with you. That ain't the mentality you wanted him to have. No, not where I'm going. So it's like you
About
want to
this.
lead a life. You want to lead a life that a life that sets an example for your children where they do want to go with you, wherever it is that you're going, that they do want to follow it the same suit. I know that all of your experiences, everybody that experienced being in the system, it was for a reason, because it shaped you to make you who you are today. I know you are. Yeah, just hearing some of y'all got some amazing backstories on what y'all experienced. Like, what is it about prison that you think that people should know that they have a misconception about? What is it that you think they got a misconception about? Let's go to Camille.
Well, I never been to prison.
You was in jail. I'm sorry. You was in.
Thank God I ain't never been to prison.
Yes, in jail. I'm sorry, baby. But
That's all right. That's all right.
what is a misconception that you think people have about going into the jail and having to be there for the short period of time? Because in jail it's not for a long time, it's a short time. So what do what you think that people don't really understand what it's like being in there? Because I heard it was very uncomfortable. I couldn't imagine my sink being attached to my toilet. I think that that's
Very,
not. They don't treat you like humans in jail. I don't understand it. That's
very,
not
it's
right.
degrading. It's degrading.
Yeah, yeah.
It's belittling. It tests
Mm-hmm.
your strength. I mean, you in there and it ain't nothing you could do. You got to do what they tell you to do, and if you don't, they
Mm-hmm.
gonna make your stay hell. You know, you got some good officers. I ain't gonna say all the police bad. I'm not gonna say that. You got some cool ones, but for the majority, ain't nothing cool about being in jail anyway. You know what I'm saying? So you
Mm-hmm.
might not even look at it as such, but yeah, they don't care about you for real.
Mm-hmm.
Phone in there. They don't care if you eat. They don't care if you drink. And then for a woman being locked up, it's even more degrading when you going through your woman thing and you got to be in
Mm-hmm.
there, especially in the holding cell. It could be, man. One time I was at the county, it was about 40 of us in the holding cell, waiting to go on the rock. And sometimes it took 2 days. You could be in the holding cell for days. You know what I'm saying? Women in there pregnant, like I said, on their menstrual cycle. Gotta it's stress. You know what I'm saying?
You know, that just hurt my heart because I understand if you did something wrong, you know what I'm saying? It's consequences for your actions, right? It's always consequences for your actions. We teach our kids that, we teach our nieces and nephews with that's something that's taught. But to treat somebody like they're not human in certain instances, like I just don't agree with that. I think some things should definitely be changed. I don't think that people are always treated fairly. But I do want to get some advice from y'all because I did ask some people to bring their children on. I hear people say that their kids need mentoring because they're going down the wrong direction and they want to go hang out, the gas stations in Detroit. They want to hang with the wrong crowds and your mama gotta work and she gotta do this, daddy in jail already. So now don't have too much help, if you don't have family and a support system, because some people don't have support system, right? So I would love for each and every last one of you to give a word of advice to our youth out here that and to maybe even the parents that's struggling with the youth who is in and out of the who's possibly in and
Shut
out
up,
of the
all right.
system or heading down the wrong direction that could lead them in a path that we don't want to see. We want to try to change the world one person at a time, and if we can use our voices to try to help somebody, let's do that. So if we can start with some advice, if Chef Kai, you can go ahead and start and give a word of advice to the young girls that are and the young boys, just whatever. With you being a mom of boys and all of that, come on, let's get some advice here to these mothers and these kids. It's on you, Chef Kai. Go ahead, babe.
Oh, okay. Personally, me, I would have to say my issue was fighting, and a lot of these kids nowadays they love to fight, and I get it.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it's because you
They
was
record
angry, whether it's
all
because
of it.
yeah,
Oh,
whether it's because you like it. My issue was I liked it. I like to fight. Put me on. I'm with it. But
Hmm.
you gotta learn how to put your hands in something else. You gotta have a purpose. The thing is, we don't teach our youth, especially in whether it's Detroit, whether it's me down here in Texas, we don't teach the youth how to apply the skills that they have that are negative and put them into something positive. They don't have a lot of programs anymore either, from what I've seen in Detroit growing up.
Hmm.
For youth,
Hmm.
it's like they have to already be so violent, or you got to catch them at 13, 14. Whereas today, these kids is starting off. I see kids in gangs, 5, 6 years old, selling dope on the street.
Oh,
5, 6 years
oh
old,
wow.
baby. You get what I'm saying? So I done seen it. I done it. I done had people who I've had to take care of, brought to my house, kids, show them the way, the ropes, whatever. So I would definitely say we definitely need to have more programs, more rehabilitating programs for the children. And the programs they have is just, it's a simple platform. Is get your food stamps, get them in foster care, get them in a good home. That ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? That's actually motivating them more to be more angry. It's not dealing with the internal problems that they have. And a lot of kids also need therapy, and they don't think therapy is cool, but technically it really does help, because a lot of these kids don't have families, or like you say, good mentors in the foster home. Is just put them somewhere, whatever, and then it's the back burner. And me being adopted, I definitely can relate to those issues. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's being angry, whether it was because of, I don't have family, or I don't know who the hell I look like. You know what I'm saying? These people are here, they adopted me, but some people get adopted like me, and the parents were emotionally abusive. You get what I'm saying? So that's another issue as well. We need to have a conversation with parents who want to be foster parents and adoptive parents, and understand that that is not your child, and that child is eventually going to display some type of behaviors, or mental health or things like that you ain't even ready for. And you got to be able to love that child through that. And a lot of these parents, they just want the money, and I was adopted by parents who just had the money and wanted the money. My mom was an FIA worker and a bus driver. So, she didn't have time for me, and she was old school, and it was more do as I say and not what I do. You get type of behavior. So that goes hand in hand. So you're going to fight, and it's going to be friction. So we definitely have to have a conversation on both ends.
So that helped give us an understanding of possibly where your anger may have stemmed from.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. And Kane, if we can get you to give us a word of advice to the youth, if you can unmute, I had mute you. If you can unmute for me, Kane.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah,
Just give me
my word
a
is
little bit of advice.
my word of advice is only time I seem to have it came up is when I had faith in myself through all of what I do. You hear me? So always believe in yourself, you know what I'm saying? Even when it's hard, believe in yourself to come up out of whatever you're going through.
Mm-hmm.
That's my word of advice to them.
All
You
right.
do
Well,
believe
I
in yourself
appreciate.
even when nobody else does.
All right. I appreciate it. All right, Kilo, can you give a word of advice to our youth? And what would you say to them with you being in the system throughout young and old, like, and even having that knucklehead mentality, like I do what I want. You know what I'm saying? And we got a lot of them. What are they? YNs out here? Because I want to do another one with the younger ones that's been in and out, but I need you to give me a little something about what you would say to some of them to help them kind of turn around, and to the parents.
Okay, see, my advice would be don't let the streets be your only influence in life. You know what I'm saying? Don't let these videos influence you. So yeah, that's your only dream. Like, have bigger dreams. Something that y'all can do is more beneficial to keep your basic system. You know what I'm saying? Have some love in your heart. Stop killing each other. You know what I'm saying? Be peaceful. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's to the point where our black men is dying off because of YNs with no love in their heart. You know what I'm saying? They don't care. No, they don't give no respect towards life. So
I'm sorry, just Dion. I'm trying to mute you, hun. I'm trying to keep you muted because your background is kind of loud, so we can't hear. Go ahead, Kilo.
my advice would be, you know what I'm saying, pretty much is have a goal, have a bigger dream,
Mm-hmm.
do something that has a purpose. You know what I'm saying, to help people instead of destroy yourself.
What is it that you know that they would not want to see being in jail that can probably help um, push them away from making certain decisions?
Well, it's so much in prison, like It's horrible. It's people getting killed, raped, people overdosing on drugs. You know what I'm saying? The CO disrespectful, being disrespectful, don't give you no kind of no peace. You have no peace.
And you being controlled. Who wants to
Yeah,
go somewhere and have to be
right.
controlled?
It's like you can't think for yourself. You got to do everything they say. You in their house, so when you're in somebody's house, you got to do what they tell you to do, and you can't do nothing
Abide by
about
their
Where you
rules.
on your way to? Where your
Even
mama?
even when it's not fair.
it. Yeah.
Even when it's not fair. I definitely appreciate that. I'm on Camille and Alvin. If y'all can chime me in, I don't know if you able to chime me in, Dion. I know you had another event. Camille, if you can just give a word of advice real quick.
Well, I got some advice for the kids and the parents. First, I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
start for the kids. Listen to y'all parent, y'all guardian. Listen to them. I know they irritating and aggravating, and you don't want to hear it, and they keep saying the same thing. But just listen to them, cause I just wish I sit here now as I stand, 41 years old, and sometimes I have moments, and I'm like, my grandma was right. She ain't never nothing
Mm-hmm.
she said was wrong, but I wanted to be grown and live a fast life. You know what I'm saying? That was that. But listen to your parents, and listen to your for the kids. Like listen to your parents. For the parents, listen to your kids. Hug them.
Come on now. Come on
Talk to
now.
them. Go through their phones. This is a different time. We in 2025. Our parents, we ain't had no phone. You couldn't go through your people. And it's go through their phones. It's gonna be some stuff you gonna see that may be unsettling, but if you can see it and you can catch it and nip it in the bud, that's everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, be more
Mm-hmm.
vocal and hug them and love on them. A lot of these kids I even work with, a young man down here. He hug us. He always want to hug us. And what I get from that is maybe he ain't getting that at home or outside.
Right.
So every time I
Right.
see him, if he looking down, I make sure I hug him. If he don't approach me, I make sure I give him a hug. You know, these kids need love and they lack love. Their heart's so cold, you know.
Yes, I agree.
So
I
that's my
definitely agree with that. I definitely agree. I think something happened with Alvin. He was trying to come back on. I think we got just Dion, did you want to give a word of advice? Are you able to give a word of advice to the youth and also to the parents?
Oh yeah, man. I most definitely gotta, a little something to chip in. Ain't piggyback off about
Okay.
everybody else about said, but real quick, man. You know what I'm saying? I would tell the parents, be parents, despite don't be too much of parents. Y'all know what I mean. But be parents, to the fullest, man. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention to your kids, man. Listen to them. Listen to their cries when they bring something to your attention, or about
Mm-hmm.
anything they see in the streets, anything that they're around, or anything that they going through mentally, physically. You know what I'm saying? Spiritually, emotionally, etc. To the youth,
Mm-hmm.
man. I just say, this world can be. It can really throw some. It can really throw an illusion out there to have y'all caught up in it, especially where we come
Mm-hmm.
from. We chasing the fame, we chasing, the attention, and everything that come with that. We want to be loved, we want to be accepted. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we gravitate toward the wrong things. But that pity back off the not having the right father figure, the right mother figure, or the guardian, or whoever you looking up to. If you're looking up to somebody who want to be a scholar or a teacher or educator or to do something productive with their life, then that's 9 times 10. That's about who you gonna follow after. But the other side of you looking up to somebody that want to be just only a dope boy or be in the hood or in the streets all day and you know what I'm saying? That's by now that chance you're gonna follow after us. So don't get caught up in the illusion that this world give you. You know what I'm saying? Be
That's
yourself.
right.
It's okay to follow,
That's
but just
right.
follow the right people. Like literally,
C-
literally follow the
Come
people
on
that's
now.
educated, just trying to give you the game to stay out the way. Believe you me, I'm from Detroit, the east side of it, born and raised. So I know about everything that y'all about can think about, from gang banging to killing to people committing suicides to not having no parents to not having anything, no water, no heat that time, from WIC, focus, whole everything you can name. So that's my advice. Stay focused no matter what. It's gonna be hard. It is hard, but you can conquer that and overcome that no matter what. You just gotta pay attention. Education is key. Link up with the right people that's on what you own. Stay out the way, and I'll guarantee you that you can thrive. I promise you can.
Amen.
Sound good to me. Hey, one more time.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all. Elvin, I see you. You made it.
Yeah, I kept trying to
We
get back in.
circling
I'm in there.
around.
I'm in there. It keep kicking me
I
out. I'm pissed.
I know.
I use
But we
StreamYard. I
in
used to
this
use
thing.
StreamYard. I know how StreamYard is. I used to use StreamYard.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I got you. I got you. Yeah. Well, Alvin, do you have a word of advice to the youth and also to the parents?
Yeah, to the parents, first of all, you got to keep an open line of communication. I do what's called CVI work, community violence intervention. I worked with a few of the other brothers that came home. Corn from the east side, brother Field, Sample, and Sincere, through various organizations over the past like 2 years, including Ceasefire, Raham, level 5 productions. They basically do a lot of work within the community, especially in the red zone area over there. And
Mm,
basically it's all about how you communicate with your teenagers and your even younger than teenagers. I keep an open line of communication. Sometimes it bite me in the ass. Like my 7-year-old feel like we can have like certain conversations, and I'm like, dude, this like a you gotta give me 10 more years to have this conversation. But um you got to start somewhere, you know what I'm saying? And he know that he can talk to me not any kind of way but about anything. So the first thing I would want to, the first people I want to talk to is the parents, because if they keep an open line of communication, it makes it easier for the kids to talk about what they're going through, and
mm-hmm.
don't make it so it's awkward to talk about your feelings. I just
Right.
did something with AI for my son. I was just telling his mama, like, he was so happy and was like, "Daddy, I love you." And I even had to explain to him before that, he have to be, he have to appreciate me, because I lost my father when I was 5 months. So I don't know what it's like to have a father. So I didn't want to like make him feel bad, but he remembered that this was like he had to be like 3 or 4, and he was like, basically, because I was gone. Like I said, he was born when I was gone.
Mm-hmm.
So he'd say
Right.
something
Right.
slick like, you could have stayed in there. Like, hold on, little dog.
Oh
You know?
wow. Oh wow.
Yeah, as I chastise him and get on him a
Yeah.
little bit, he'd say, he used to say little slick. Now he don't, but
Those
you know, it
shots.
yeah, he'd throw a shot at me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, you can
Mm-hmm.
leave. And then me and his mama had issues, and she'd say that sometimes, so he'll bring it up. But now we doing a lot better. But
Mm-hmm.
like I had to have that conversation with him. Like, listen, son, I didn't have a father. You gotta be grateful for every day you have a father, because I never got to experience that. You know what I'm saying? And you could be stepfather of the year, but you're not dad, until you earn that. And anyway, through those type of conversations, he's a lot better. And for the teenagers, you don't know it. Like, for the kids, you don't know it. I know it feel like something because you may know a little more than us because you do TikToks and all that stuff, but you don't
Mm-hmm.
know it. Living life give you a certain type of knowledge that you can't read in a book, you can't watch on
Mm-hmm.
TV, you can't get from a
Mm-hmm.
movie. Just living life, it gives you certain type of insights that you can't, even like being in prison. You can't watch Prison Break and say understand what being in prison is. Certain things about life, it gives you a whole different outlook about everything. And that's why I never complain about my life. I really appreciate the fact that I've had black women, white women, Arabic women. Don't tell them, but I've had different type of women. So I'm not, yeah. So and everybody had their own ups and downs. So I'm never saying, "Oh, my sisters do this." I never dog women because I've dealt with all type of women. I never dog people because I've dealt with all type of people. Black, white. I'm never. Although I fight for my people, I'm never coming out here and dogging white people, because I've had some really great white people in my life that's opened
Mm-hmm.
doors for me. And even while I was going away, I had an ex that her whole family looked out for me. I'll never do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just you gotta experience life, and until you experience it, your point of view is always limited. So the kids need to understand that. I don't care if more 21 Savage songs than your parents, or you feel they out of date or out of touch.
Because that ain't relevant.
I'm telling you, they understand life to a level you would hope that you would someday. So that's what's most important.
Man,
that's right. I appreciate all the advice that was given to the children and to the parents, and for me to share the little advice. I'm just basically also piggybacking off of everything that you all said. For the parents, once again, it's important to listen and be open-minded when you're dealing with your children. Don't base your relationship with your children off of the relationship that you have with your parents, because this is different. You are not your parent. You are your own parent. Okay, so you have to make sure that you're dealing with your kids a certain way, and you have to get to know them so that they can have them open conversations with you. You don't want them to feel uncomfortable. And sometimes as parents, we can be a little tough. No, I think Chef Kai said that you're gonna do what I say. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just how it goes. But you have to really listen to them little people, because they be knowing some stuff. Okay, God didn't send them here without something, because everybody have a purpose, and they're just growing to learn what their purpose is. So you have to be patient with them kids too. So be very patient with them as they are learning who they are. You had to learn who you are. You had to go through the same process. So the more that you remember that I had to go through the same process, I was a kid as well. I was defiant. I was rebellious. I did all of these things for my parents. So my child is probably going to challenge me as well. So give them what you may have wanted your parent to give you. And for the kids, I probably, yes.
Could I interrupt real quick?
Sure.
Don't
Chef be interrupted.
Chef,
When Mizz.Lee Lee is talking,
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not about to let you ask your question yet. You go ahead and go back on mute, because I'm not done talking yet. This is my show, and we talk nicely over here. So do not interrupt me. Next time you wait.
Nicely.
I apologize, Mizz.Lee Lee.
Nicely. Thank you very much. And for them kids, listen to your parents. They know what they saying to y'all. Y'all don't know what's going on out here in the real world for real. Y'all can barely read, but y'all listening and know the lyrics to these songs. Like, these songs don't even make sense. They don't have no substance to them. So be careful of what you listening to. And y'all stop letting y'all kids listening to stuff and watch stuff and all of that be so confined in the tablets and all of the different stuff that they watching. Get them away from that stuff. Put them in different environments. Get them in different programs. I know it's not easy all the time, because it can be challenging, especially if you're a one-home parent. You might not have no help. You know what I'm saying? But find the resources around you. Find the resources around you. Go ahead, Kane. You go and ask Chef Kai what you want to ask her. And then we're gonna close this thing out. We've been on for a minute, and I really appreciate y'all. So Kane, go ahead. What's your question?
Chef Kai, were you on Channel 2 News? I seen you cooking.
Yeah, I was a while back. Yep. Something happened at my kid's school, and I had got on the news.
That's what's up. Congratulations, though. You're doing a good job. Keep it up.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Now, you know what? Now, if I can make it down there, y'all know them kids when you having a conversation, when the parents be having a conversation, right? And then the kids had to come jump up and down in your face, or they got a question. That's what Kane just did to me. See, look, I know him, so don't be saying nothing. I know him, so I'm gonna say what I say. Don't be playing with me.
I ain't playing with you.
Look what I do. Look what I do. Look what I do.
Lee, don't do it.
You see
You
man.
Low. He low.
I had lost my headphone real quick, but
Man.
I really do. I do appreciate y'all coming on, and I hope that we was able to
Thank
give
you.
y'all a little something. It's so much more that I really want to dive into. This is only part one of this thing. I want to do a part two. I want to get some of them young kids on here, with some of us, and maybe speak a little more, because the more that we do this, the more that those kids can chime in and we can help to make a difference.
Yeah.
Because the parents need it. People don't have very good support systems and people who can provide positive information for them. Some people are sitting in environments and they're staying there themselves in that same environment that they surround themselves with, and it's not always good. So I thank everybody for chiming in, tapping in, and joining us today. We are gonna do this again. If you are between the ages of what, I mean, 18 and 25 or something like that, and you are interested in being podcast and maybe talking about your experience, or maybe you don't want to change, maybe you're angry with the world, whatever the case may be, hit me up, DM me, so that I can talk to you, and I want to connect you with some people that can possibly put some positivity in your mind, and we can change this world one person at a time. All right.
Man.
So I really appreciate y'all for chiming in with me.
Yeah.
Y'all can say y'all goodbyes. Just Dion, I know you out doing what you're doing, so I know you probably can't give me that 1 2 1 2.
No,
Um.
it
Oh.
ain't. Not to cut. No, listen, not to cut you off. It's not. It's not that, man. I fuck around and strain my vocal cords. So I just gotta let it rest for this show. But
Oh.
like I
Well, no,
said,
you rest.
you you got the song. You can just play the hook for them and let them hear it. And it's the anthem. It's
Oh,
the new
I
motivation
don't
song.
have it. I don't have it on here. I don't have it on here. It's okay. But I do appreciate y'all. I am pulling this up. We did have some people that chimed in, but y'all can go off if y'all want. People was talking. I
Yeah.
just want to shout out. I see some people on there. Monica, Corrupt Seed, Free Game Dre,
Yeah.
Raven, Deborah, Casualty Sense, D Nice, Pookie, Diamond, all of y'all that I see on here comment, and we thank you for chiming in. And please show it to your youth and whoever else. I want everybody to have a good night. Bye, y'all. Thank
Yes.
you.
Love
Bye.
you. Bye, y'all.
Deuces.
Be
All
safe.
right,
Bye,
I'm
everybody. It
sorry,
was nice to
y'all.
meet y'all.
But I got you
Nice
Nice
to
next
meet
meeting
time for
Yes.
everybody.
sure.
everybody.
All right, Chef
Nice to
Buddy,
meet
keep it
everybody.
going.
All
Y'all
right,
keep the
All
moving
Facebook and
positivity.
YouTube.
Hey, y'all
right,
pray for me
now.
down here in Texas. We
Positivity.
chase the dream.
Yep.
I love
We
Chasing
it.
them
take some bad
dreams.
way.
Peace.
Everybody doing something.
Love y'all.
Everybody doing
Yep.
Yes.
something. You can do it
Everybody coming
too.
up.
On the phone for sure.
Yes.
On
All right.
God. On
All
God,
right,
everybody
Y'all.
bosses.
coming up.
Yep. Bossing up.
But say, hell yeah, everybody coming up for real, for real.
Yes, they
Much
are.
love, y'all.
Every time